Estate Matters. I am Doreen Morris, your host and realtor from Century 21 Evo Properties. I have a question. Have you ever been on Century 21 website and you have identified a property that you say, I must purchase this property? So you contact your mortgage officer and you told them the situation, you see a property and you would like to get a mortgage in order to purchase this house. Let's say, for example, it's a house, and the mortgage officer said to you that I will have to do your credit report or do a credit check, and you say, okay, no problem, go ahead and do my credit check because I don't owe anybody, I'm good. 2 days after, the mortgage officer called you and says, Miss Morris, we are unable to facilitate this loan at this time because your credit reports indicate that you have a loan with another institution for the past 7 years which you have not cleared. And your heart stopped beating and the world came to an end. Can anybody relate? Today, I'm sharing this platform with John Matthew Sinclair, CEO of Credit Info Jamaica. Hi, John. Welcome to Real Estate Matters. How are you?
I'm fine. Happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you, John. John, we need you to educate us more or provide more insight on the credit bureau here in Jamaica. John, what is a credit bureau and how does it work?
Alright, so the credit bureau is a firm that collects information from financial institutions, and the main purpose is to provide lenders with enough information to make a lending decision.
Okay, and how does it work?
So we connect with different entities, banks, credit unions, hire purchase entities, microfinance agencies. We collect all this information and then produce what is called a credit score, a 3-digit number, along with the history of payments of an individual. And then the lenders collect this information, look at it to make an assessment to decide on how they're going to go forward with a lending opportunity.
Okay, great. So what is a credit report, John?
Alright, so good question, because you see, most persons know about a credit report when they got to get a loan.
Yes.
Right, and it's at that point in time they say, a credit report? So think about a credit report like a report card.
Right.
What it has a score, and it also has the history of your payments over a period of time, not passing 7 years. Okay. So it would show your personal information, your name, date of birth, where you live, and it would also show all your payment history and all your open and closed contracts with different institutions.
Okay,
right.
Great. So what is the credit history? So you have credit report and you have credit history.
So let me tell you what it is. So the credit history is a part of the credit report.
Okay.
So every month when you make a payment or whatever the agreed terms are, the history is built. And what the lender looks at is, it shows your behavior over time. So, most of us have the ability to pay, and when we go to our lender, we provide them with our salary and our income, their expenses, and they said, okay, your debt service is fine. But what the history shows is, does Doreen have the aptitude to pay? Is her behavior that way such that we like that we know that she will continuously pay her obligations throughout the tenure of the loan? Okay. So most institutions, yes, the score is important because the score gives you a snapshot, bird's eye view of the behavior, the temperament of an individual, but the history itself is very important because that shows a deep dive into the behavior of the payments.
And this is what is messing up a lot of us who trying to get a mortgage, trying to get a car loan, or whatever loan it is, even
credit
furniture.
Card,
yes, credit card, furniture,
But I wouldn't say messing up, what it does, it does two things. There's positive data and negative data.
Right.
If you pay every single month on time and the amounts that are required, then that's positive data. What this does, it makes you an attractive borrower. Because if I'm a lender and I say that you have a good credit score, you have good payment history, then I'm going to want to lend to you because I know that I'm guaranteed to get back my money. Now, the negative data where I'm not paying, that makes me unattractive.
Right.
It doesn't deny your credit, right? So the credit report doesn't say do not lend.
Right.
What it does, it allows the lender to adjust terms because now you're a risky customer.
Right.
And as such, they might say, okay, instead of collecting 10% deposit, I'd like to collect 15 or 30.
Or
You could go to 30.
Right.
Right. So the score doesn't deny credit, but what it allows the lender to do is do a proper assessment on the individual and then make adjustments where necessary to see if they can still extend it.
Alright, John, let me ask you something. So I let's say I obtain a loan from whichever financial institution. I was paying my loan good. Never miss a paying over the amount that I'm supposed to pay monthly. And then something happened and I cannot pay. Whether you let's say I've lost my job,
Right.
or a salary cut or something. And because of this now, I can hardly pay. I can pay this month, maybe next month I can't pay. How will that affect my score then?
So before we get into how it will affect your score, the recommendation is that when you fall upon those hard times, you reach out to the institution that you have the obligation with and say, here what, I've lost my job, I have a salary cut, and as such, I cannot pay the amounts that we agreed to initially. Hopefully they'll be able to work out some payment terms with you.
Right.
But if you don't, and sit down on all that data and not pay, then the institution is obligated to share data with us, and it will be negative data.
Right.
And as such, it will affect your credit score. So we always tell persons that if you are, if you're upon hard times, our recommendation is always to reach out to the institution, work out some new terms with them,
Right.
and then, based on that, they would provide us with positive data moving forward.
Alright, what do you determine a good or a bad credit?
Alright, so let's focus on the score.
Right.
So what it is really, it ranges from 250 to 900. It's similar to what is in America and UK. So when you watch the TV ads and you hear good credit score, credit karma, it's the same type of scale. A good credit score is usually between 600 to 900. That's where you're very attractive. It shows that your behavior in payments is very positive, and as such, it allows you to get access to finances easier.
Right.
Anything below that would require additional information, additional conversations, and then it might also mean a change in rates and terms. At the same time, a good credit score may also mean that you can negotiate better rates, better terms. I might say, hey,
nice.
I'm
My credit
850.
is good.
I'm attractive, So I don't want to pay 10% deposit, I'll pay 5.
Okay.
And you can also negotiate the terms if you have a good credit score.